Good day. I am Martin Tacho. Welcome to the Leadership Newspapers Conversation Series. It is based on articles helping Nigeria find the pathway against the backdrop of the current state of the nation. Today is our inaugural edition, and we have two articles to review today. And first off, Professor Babafemi Badejo, who wrote the piece, Dancing Around Truth Won't Get Us Far. The other article we'll be looking at is from Professor Manzali Gibral, an erudite scholar who wrote on why delay in devolving power, resources is dangerous. Well, be part of the conversation as I have with me in the studio Bode Gbadebo, online editor, Leadership Newspaper.
Yeah, my pleasure to be here. Thank you, Martins.
You are welcome. And then I have Chibuzo Okibe, political editor, Leadership Newspaper.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now let's go straight, Bode, starting from you. Where are we in Nigeria today based on what Professor Badejo has written?
Well, for me, we are at a crossroad as a nation, and I will also align with the writer of why dancing around truth won't help us, that we are also struggling achieving our nationhood. You know, Professor Badejo in that piece went historical regarding the genesis of our challenges. And at the end of the piece, he provides solution. Now, what are the challenges? We have insecurity presently, and we have corruption, which has been with us right from time. But now, unfortunately, at a larger scale. So, if you read through Professor Badejo's piece, of course, you will conclude that it is actually trying to chart a course for the country on how to overcome our challenges.
Now, looking at Professor Badejo's write-up, he took us way back. He brought what we used from 1960, before 1960 to 1978, our national anthem, which many believed is actually the basis that we should be more united, and was eventually jettisoned in 1978. Can you shed some light on that stanza of the national anthem Professor Badejo was trying to talk about?
He pointed out the stanza that has to do with
Though tribes
and tongues differ.
In brotherhood
we stand.
Now the question is,
okay,
do we stand on brotherhood right now?
Well, it is sad that we are not standing on the kind of brotherhood that we need to be standing on. And I think that is why he made reference to that stanza of the old national anthem.
It's a significant challenge, it's a significant problem. This unity is at the basis of all the problem we have today.
Disunity?
Yes, it's at the basis. So if probably, or perhaps, if that national anthem handed to us by the colonial masters is still with us, probably, like you said, should have been reminding us that
it should have been some sort of awakening for us.
Yes, we have different backgrounds, beliefs, and the rest of them. But
we have
brotherhood, we stand.
All right, thank you very much, Bode. But let's look at Professor Manzali Gibral Okibe. He wrote this piece, Why Delaying Devolving Power and Resources is Dangerous.
Okay, Professor Gibral's work clearly shows that there is definitely need for some shift in the way the country is being governed today. It's the talk around, altering the governance structure that we have has seemed to go on forever, and that is why, on the back of that, we have other ripple effects like the security crisis, the crisis around fiscal federalism, that is money to states, and the solvency or not of states have continually been a matter of discourse.
Bode, there are two things in Professor Gibral's article, and he talked about federalism and true federalism. Can you get this thing clear? What's federalism and what is true federalism?
It's just semantics. Federalism is federalism. But of course, where you are not practicing the federalism the way it ought to be, definitely there is a need to coin another thing, to call for a true federalism, of course. So it means there is a bad federalism and there is a good federalism. So the good federalism is the true federalism.
What solutions did he proffer?
Well, I think in the piece he offered two options.
Okay.
Whether to have a sovereign dialogue where you call...
Which we've always had anyway.
Well, yeah. Even though they were never sovereign, you call Nigerian people together and they will decide for themselves.
All right. Having said that, Bode, Ukibe, do you have any resentment, or are these things doable as, as espoused by the writers?
I think what they have proposing is, at the risk of not giving them credit for the quality of their work, perhaps not new, in the sense that these are narratives and discussions that have been going on, in fact, since the independence. So the problem again has always been the failure of the political class to ensure that these things get implemented. Since 1999, we've had a number of political engagements. We've had conferences, we've had dialogues, we've had confabs and all of that. What have happened to those? And these two scholars pointed this out in the articles, that there is a need for us to revisit those things and ensure that we have a robust arrangement that can accommodate everybody.
We have to call it off. We have to round up this very edition of the Leadership Newspaper Pathway Conversation. And check out these writers, Professor Babafemi Badejo and Professor Manzali Gibral, online on the leadership platform, that is leadership.ng. Do check them out and read the entire article. You would be better for it. I thank my guests, Bode Badebo, online editor, leadership, and then Chibuzo Ukibe. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
See you next time in continuation of our series, Leadership Conversation Series, The Pathway to Helping Nigeria. Thank you and remain blessed.